Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, and all of you out to sea, this is Scott Hammond in the 100% Humboldt podcast with my newest best friend, Leroy Zerlang. Hey, Leroy.
Good afternoon. Nice to be here.
Great to have you. You're the man, the myth, the legend in some ways, I guess, around here.
Sometimes they say that.
They say that. Not sure what that might mean, but that's good. I was reading, you're fifth generation Humboldt.
Fifth generation. My great-great-great-grandfather's the third one buried in the Ocean View Cemetery. So we've been here for a long, long time. We've never made enough money to rent that U-Haul van to get out of here.
Yeah. Number 3 at Ocean View. That's going back a ways.
Goes way back.
How about, what kind of name is Zerlang?
Zerlang is Prussian.
Prussian, okay.
Prussian. My dad's side is Prussian, and my mom was 100% French.
How about that?
So
how about the arc of your youth? Did you go to Eureka High and the whole nine?
I went through all Eureka City schools from Lincoln Elementary to Jacobs Junior High and graduated from Eureka Senior High. 76.
Play with my props over here. You got to win this Dick Taylor before we're gone. I got all my stuff and it's falling apart over here. So Eureka High, and then what'd you do after high school?
After high school, I went to College of the Redwoods a little bit.
Sure.
And then I joined in with my father, Bill, who was a cabinet maker.
Okay.
And I worked in the cabinet industry with him for many, many years. And then we got more and more involved in the Waterfront. And I moved on to the Madaket, ran the Madaket for many, many years.
Sure.
And still do. That's my baby.
I want to talk about that a little bit. Yeah.
And then into tugs. Then we ran tugs.
Okay.
And then in 2008, my wife and I and my son purchased the old boatyard on the peninsula where the Madaket was built.
Is that in the Finntown?
That's in Finntown, the little unknown community of Finntown.
Let me show you where Finntown is on my map over here, folks. It's right there in Humboldt Bay. It's on the, I guess you'd say it's on the west side.
It's on the west side.
Yeah, on the peninsula.
Yeah, it's between Samoa and Finntown.
Finntown. How'd that get named for Finns?
Yeah, the Johansons and all those people live there.
The Yosangs. That's Norwegian, but yeah.
That's all because of the old Ben Dixon shipyard. The famous Finns were boat builders, shipbuilders.
Right? Okay.
And Ben Dixon was right down the road from where we're at.
So much history on this bay. We'll get to every bit
incredible.
of it.
Very incredible.
Yeah, so you worked for the old man and you were a cabinet maker.
Cabinet maker. Dad was a cabinet maker.
I remember that.
I was with him for many, many years.
Where were you guys down in, over by Leon's over that way?
We were by Leon's for years, yeah.
Okay. Hey, shout out to Dale and Leon.
Yeah. We still have our shop, but Willie, my nephew, uses it quite a bit. But
okay.
We don't do much of that anymore.
So you branched out and became more of a maritime.
Raised in Finntown, my dad's cabin, my mom and dad's cabin, where the Zerlang family have been there since 1872.
Is that right?
The Zerlangs are now the oldest original family living on the peninsula.
Okay.
It's kind of unique.
That's cool.
And so Finntown, Dad loved it over there. We had a little cabin, which we still have. My brother and my sister and I, and we have Thanksgiving and Christmas and weddings and funerals and everything over there. And I live right down the road. In the old days, to get there, you had to drive around the bay.
Up to Arcata and down.
On the old Arcata Road before the Burns Freeway was built.
So that was a good hour.
It was, 45 minutes for an hour. And my dad would go over on Fridays. He wouldn't work Fridays. And go to the cabin. I mean, when I was a kid, started out there, you still pumped water with the pump and everything. It was all wood stove. And my buddy Kenny and I, after school on Friday, we would take the Madaket over to Samoa, then ride our bikes down to Finntown.
This is pre-bridge.
This is all pre-bridge.
Sure.
And that's when I started getting affiliated with the Madaket. They would use the Madaket on Friday at 3:30 because it was the easiest one to get the bikes on.
Makes sense.
And my dad's good, dear friend and my mentor was Carl Christensen that ran the Madaket.
Sure.
And as just a kid, I started running around on the Madaket. And then when the bridge put the Madaket out of service, then my dad was hired as a cabinet maker to refurbish it for Bob Imperial that once lived on the island where my son lives now. And then I started hanging out on the Madaket, and I've been with it ever since.
How about that? Yeah, Bob's kind of legend, right?
Bob's a legend.
Yeah. No, is his daughter Renee?
Renee, yes.
Yeah. I haven't seen her in a minute.
I've seen her. I talked about her the other day when I was driving by her old office.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Bob was...
She's a sweet lady, yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Pretty nice
Bob
gal.
was a character. He was...
Well, that's old school there.
Cigar-smoking character.
Yeah.
Him and Ivo Fanucchi. We just lost Ivo.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were great Old Town people. They were the ones that really helped start Old Town.
Different generation back then.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, you're a wealth of history. Boy, I don't know where to start you. So the Madaket would shuttle people back and forth to Woodley Island or to Samoa or Fintown or wherever?
The ferry system here on Humboldt Bay is more than most people realize. I mean, when you say ferry boats, you think of San Francisco and the big car ferries going back and forth. There were 7 boats that operated here. It started in 1872. It first ran from Eureka to the old Arcata Long Wharf, the original Long Wharf.
Sure.
And then 7 boats ran from F Street to Samoa to the plywood plant to Fairhaven, and then Del Norte Street and back to Eureka.
So they're ferrying workers too.
Constantly,
to the mills,
24 hours a day.
How about
7 boats. They carried up to 2,500 people a day across the waters.
How about that? Was that the Madaket part of that?
And
fleet?
Madaket was the oldest and the last one of the original Cousins fleet.
Right.
She was built by Cousins, and then Cogshow bought them out in 1934.
And you all retrofitted the whole darn thing, right?
The boat in 1989. The Maritime Museum, which my dad started in 1977, bought the Madaket from Humboldt's Future, another nonprofit that was having problems. And the Maritime Museum took it over in 1983. And we ran it, I ran it, and a bunch of us ran it until 1989 when the Coast Guard said, Leroy, she's getting pretty tired. We're going to have to do something.
What's that mean?
That means that fix it or get rid of it. I mean, there was the boat was tired. Madaket was tired, but she's in protected waters. She's not more than a mile from land. So they were letting us slide a little bit. Not much, but times changed. And they said, fix it or take her out of service. 2 very, very dear friends of mine, Kathy Weber and Diane George, were with me. And we sat at their house drinking some whiskey.
What are you looking over there for?
Well, because I see the bottle of whiskey.
Oh, maybe Nick's drinking on the job. Yeah, he's good.
And we decided that we would start the Madaket restoration project.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was going to take us 6 months and $65,000.
Okay.
We hired a shipwright, Ed Frey, who did a tremendous job on it. And 2 years later and $350,000, we put the Madaket back in the water.
A little over budget.
Yeah.
Kathy Webb.
But we did it. Most of those boats that start out getting restored, it never gets done.
And never finish it.
We decided when we started that we would finish it. And
yeah, Kathy's name sounds familiar, Kathy Webb.
She was a nurse for many years, ER nurse.
Okay.
And then her and Diane had doggy daycare on Myrtle Avenue.
Sure, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, and she worked on the boat. Diane was on the board of the Maritime Museum.
Takes a team.
Yeah, very successful restoration.
It's a new motor. Did you retrofit the motor? Or?
This is the Madaket's got her 5th engine in her. She started out with a gasoline. She missed the day of steam. She was modern. She had a gas. She had a Buddha. She had a Cummins. She had a Cat. She had a Jimmy. And she now runs on a little Isuzu, a little turbocharged Isuzu.
Yep.
That we're hope to replace next year.
Does your daughter, is she a cap on the boat?
I have no daughter.
There's some woman that was related to you. Daughter-in-law, or is there? I thought somebody had a
My
connection.
wife, Daylene, is very, very involved in the Madaket.
Yeah, was she ever captain?
No,
of the ship?
she wasn't a captain. She was smart enough not to be a captain. My son, Cody, worked on the boat. Madaket is famous for 2 things, putting couples together. A lot of people have met their wife. I met Daylene on it.
How about that?
There's a list of us that go back that have met on the Madaket. And the other thing that Madaket's very proud of is a lot of people made enough money running the Madaket, captains and deckhands during the summer, and it put them through school.
Oh, cool.
I think we have 12 captains that started out on Madaket with me and Daleen running it, graduating from Humboldt State. And six of those are now masters on tugboats offshore.
How about that?
So it's very unique.
Wow, that's really cool.
And the other thing that I'll say that we're very proud of is that when we bought the Madaket, when the Maritime Museum bought the Madaket in 83, they charged, Humboldt's Future at the time, charged $140 for a school group.
Wow.
And to this day, we charge $140 for a school group.
Which is a bargain.
Yeah, it's a break. Yeah. My dad, who was a great man, that started the Maritime Museum, said, charge the tourist and give it to the kids. And we've continued with that. We've carried
That's fair.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's a local thing.
Yeah, we carry hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of school kids.
That.
I'm carrying school kids on board now that I carried their grandparents on board.
That's great.
Years ago. So it's kind of cool.
Welcome to Humboldt. Yeah.
Yeah, we're very proud of what the community and the Maritime Museum has done with Madaket.
Hey, if you're just joining us, it's Scott Hammond, 100% Humboldt podcast, with the very new best friend, Leroy Zerlang from you're from Humboldt, right?
From Humboldt, yep.
We're talking about the Madaket boat and so this ship you can, as a tourist, you get on board at the foot of C Street. My bad, C.
Madaket Plaza.
And it's affordable, and it takes you around the bay. And what I like about it, it's the whole perspective of the city I work in 5 days a week, and I'm looking around, I'm going, geez, I've never seen it from this angle.
Yeah, it's
such a great tour.
Incredible. We have different trips on board that we offer.
Yeah, talk about that.
We have the regular harbor cruise, which is 75 minutes. It's an 8-mile trip. It covers a little bit into Arcata Bay, the oysters, the tribal history, the island history, Samoa, Fintown, Fairhaven, the entrance, up the Eureka side and Woodley Island.
All the lumber history too, right?
All the lumber and fishing. And
how many mills were on the bay at one time?
Through history, not at any given time, but through history, there were over 400 mills along the shores of Humboldt Bay.
Wow.
And how many mills? When I was a kid, we could easily have 12 ships in port at one time.
Wow.
And we had 6 operating mills. And today we only have the Schmidbauer Lumber Company.
Just George. Yeah.
Just George.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty incredible. Big change.
Big shift,
Big change, and something that you'd never see. You'd never think you'd see how it would go away.
Yeah.
Sunday mornings is one of our most popular trips. And that's the Arcata Bay Eco Trip. And that's a 2-hour trip.
Wow.
And it goes way into Arcata Bay. It goes beyond where people have ever gone before. It goes up to the old Arcata Long Wharf.
Okay.
Deep into the heart of the oyster company. Sturgeon are jumping. Wildlife is tremendous.
I'd like to do that one.
It's a very, very popular
Is there still
trip.
the pylons from the long?
Yep,
the long,
still there. You can still see the piling.
Long Bay?
Long Wharf. Arcata Long Wharf.
How long was that? It's a
2.25 miles.
Because it went way out from Uniontown all the way into the bay.
All the way from, the Arcata Marsh, and made a big circle and went out there.
And all those goods went up to Jacoby Storehouse for the miners up in Trinity's?
That's how it started, is to bring supplies into the miners. Then, of course, it didn't take them too long to figure out that gold was growing up in the form of redwood, and then they would ship the redwood out from there.
So they could bring logs, or they could bring lumber out on the pylons?
They would bring the logs out, and it was the first operating railroad in the state of California. And it was pulled by a big white horse called Spanky Ferry. Yeah, you can still see the ballast rocks where the ships would discharge the ballast overboard before taking the lumber cargo.
Wow.
Hundreds of harbor seals, sea lions. It's an incredible trip.
So it's a 2-hour trip.
It's a 2-hour trip.
How do we get a hold of the Madaket?
You can go to HumboldtBayMaritimeMuseum.com, or you can go to Madaket.com, or you can call the boat at the 445-1910, the month and year she was built.
That's pretty good. I'm going to say 444 Madaket.
Yeah.
1-800-Madaket.
Yeah. But then the newest one they just put on last year, is they have a Bloody Mary cruise on Saturday mornings.
Oh, that sounds like
pretty
fun.
Cool. Smallest licensed bar in the state of California.
Heard that. Yeah.
It's well worth it.
Yeah.
Beautifully maintained. The Maritime Museum is very proud. 115 years old.
Wow.
Not many of her style of boats still left in service.
What's the capacity?
Capacity is 41.
Okay.
It used to be 49. but the Americans put on too much weight, so they dropped it down to 40. And during the war, she actually carried 64.
Is that right?
So, yeah.
Huh.
And she's the last of them. There's no more of the original Cousins boats.
Wow, love it. Let's talk about the museum for a second.
Okay.
So your dad started it. It's on the bay. Is that in Bob's property there on First by Healthsport?
No, it was.
We
moved next to the cookhouse.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
We're over there, and we're working with Danco and the Timber Heritage Society on starting up the historic area of Samoa. We're working on a whole new field of work for this coming summer of what we're going to do.
Wow.
We got crippled a little bit when the cookhouse closed, but we just had a meeting with Dan Johnson, and that's going to start construction again in 2026.
Wow.
It's a great museum. Don Holfacker, he's an umpire around here town. He runs it for us. And it's jam full of history.
Wow.
Everything from shipwrecks to the Coast Guard station to the Milwaukee to commercial fishing. It's well worth the while.
So is it open?
It's open on Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays.
Is it by the rail house where they do the?
It's right above the rail house. It's right next to the
same
cookhouse.
Complex. Okay.
Yeah, and we work in conjunction with them.
Yeah, great guys.
Yeah.
And they have the speeder train?
They have the speeder train that runs there. They just repaired all their tracks, and it'll be in Eureka, too, in Old Town Eureka this year also.
Could the speeder now go around Arcata Bay over where they made the trail?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
They're working toward that, right?
That's the long-term goal.
Okay.
But right now they can go from Manila to the south end of Samoa.
Will it go across that bridge there where where Target is by Hollenbeck's Blue Ox?
Someday.
It's got tracks embedded.
The tracks are still there.
Yeah.
They're still in the negotiation fee and, of course, fundraising and money.
Yeah.
To go around the.
But you guys got a whole vision for this as being a historical.
We have a great vision.
Destination.
A great vision of what could happen here.
Wow. That's a cool legacy. So you have the cookhouse, which has its own little museum.
It's a great little
stuff in there. And then you got your museum and then the rail house.
And then Timber Heritage,
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. It'd be a nice little package.
That's a lot of stuff.
The goal someday is, the Madaket would have a dock there and come back and forth.
Sure.
I mean, we're very happy and thankful and appreciate the citizens and Eureka. It took us a long time to get it called Madaket Plaza, but it's Madaket Plaza. I mean, as everybody knows, the boat's known. I mean, it's known everywhere.
Where'd you get the Madaket name? Where did they find that?
Madaket name is
native?
Nope. That's the Madaket is East Coast.
Okay.
Nantucket Island.
Okay.
Madaket, Sconset, Tuckernut, Quidnet, Wanna-Winnet, Wanna-Comet.
Wow.
Walter Cogshell that started here at the same time as Cousins, who originally her name originally was the Nellie C. He bought out Cousins in the Depression and renamed them after Indian tribal names from the East Coast.
Okay.
I had a guy on board years ago, little Harvey Young, a little short guy wearing a plaid shirt and striped pants, and he looked up at the name Madaket on the side of the house and goes, "How'd you get that name?" And I went through the same stories I just did right now. And he goes, "My name's Harry Young, and I'm the mayor of Madaket."
How about that?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I stayed in touch with him for years.
That's funny. He just came from back east.
Back east, a little tiny place.
That's funny. So I was going to try to pull a fast one on you and tell you that I was related to Andrew Hammond, Hammond Lumber, who started, the biggest.
A.B. Hammond.
They had the lock on Old Growth for a long
years.
time, right? Then the government did a trust. What do they call it when they bust up a monopoly?
Right.
Yeah, but he was quite a guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, I went from Vance Lumber Company. It started as Vance, then it went to A.B. Hammond, and then Hammond sold out to Georgia Pacific.
And then they broke
they broke it up into Louisiana.
But that was
Pacific.
a heck of a lot of redwood back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, yeah.
Was that in Samoa?
That was Samoa. I mean, Samoa was a company town that was owned by Vance, Hammond, GP, and Louisiana Pacific. They had their own scrip at one time.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And that's what the cookhouse was built for. It was
And great-grandpa Hammond went up to Oregon afterwards.
Right.
He went up to by Astoria, and there's a small town called Hammond, Oregon.
There is. There definitely is.
They said he was a mixed bag. He was kind of a jerk and kind of a success.
Oh, really?
What are they going to write about us? I don't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of history in the Maritime Museum and at the Cookhouse and at Timber Heritage. I mean, they have the old Hammond locomotives and pretty impressive.
You said you have the Milwaukee ship too, or pieces of it?
We have a few pieces of the Milwaukee.
Tell us the story of the Milwaukee real quick.
So in December of 1916, the submarine H3, submarines were new, was southbound going down the coast. And she was in heavy fog. And the captain looked up and saw the smokestack from the Hammond Lumber Company and thought it was her mothership. They had motherships that ran with them.
I see.
Because they had a surface at night, the Issaquah, I believe it was the Issaquah, and thought it was the stack of the Issaquah and followed it.
Went west.
And went east.
Right into the peninsula.
And put it right on the beach.
Crap.
Excuse me. So
they rescue those guys?
Coast Guard rescued all those guys. There's many pictures of it with breech buoys. We have it at the museum where they shot a line to the submarine and then with horses pulled the men off.
How about that?
They put it out to bid to save it. One company from San Francisco came in at $110,000. And a local company, Justin Zabels, Mercer and Fraser, came in at a price of $17,000. And the Navy goes, well, $17,000, that's way too cheap, and $110,000, that's impossible. No, we're not doing it. So in San Francisco at the time was the 4-year-old heavy cruiser, the USS Milwaukee. 4 stacks, combined horsepower of all the tugs on the Pacific coast combined.
Wow.
In January, they sent her up here. On a high tide, they stuck her stern on the beach. They ran a great big hawser out. They had the Issaquah, the mothership, and a tug on her starboard bow because of the current. And they hooked her all up. Well, they didn't have any sense on towboating. It's a whole different world. And they tied the line directly to the stern of the Milwaukee, and they started pulling. Well, as soon as you tie the stern up of a tugboat, it can't turn. That's why if you ever notice on a tugboat, the tow bit's halfway up the middle of the boat.
Yeah, they're part way through.
Yeah, so it can pivot. Well, they didn't do that. One line broke on the Issaquah. The tugboat goes, I'm getting the hell out of here. They let go, and the Milwaukee just came over and put herself on the beach.
Just like that.
Yeah, 4 boilers underneath of them. All of them sucking in a large amount of water to cool it.
Yeah.
Filled it up with sand.
It's over.
And to this day, the Milwaukee is still sitting on the beach.
Good story.
Minus tides, you can still see it. The submarine, Mercer and Fraser, came back in and said,
they got it right.
17,000, we'll pull it across the beach.
You.
And they handled it like they would a log. They just built a skid underneath of it. Camp Milwaukee. You can still see the piling there.
How about that?
She launched and served in the First World War.
How about that? So it looked good on paper.
Yeah, it was a good idea. Bad planning.
How many things look great on paper? The planning just looks like it's...
Yeah, going to work fine.
This is going to be fine.
Yeah.
And it's a foobar.
Yeah.
Beyond belief.
Yeah. Seems like everything in the maritime world's like that. But
yeah, well, there's technique to all of it. Hey, well, if you're just joining us, Scott Hammond, 100% Humboldt podcast with my new best friend, Leroy Zerlang, and the amazing producer of 101 of my podcasts. You're 101, by the way.
Oh, wow, cool.
Seems kind of appropriate,
yeah,
the Highway
very much.
101.
I like that.
Nick Flores. Thanks, Nick, for all you do. You're amazing, dude. Appreciate you.
Cool.
Never called out Nick quite like that in the show. Hey, Nick. So, hey, let's do the game show part of this. This is what I'm talking about. This is where it's fun. This is where you can earn that. And I'm not calling it a candy bar. I've called that and I get in trouble.
Okay.
Jody goes, not a candy bar. That's the equivalent of a $500 bottle of scotch in the form of a chocolate bar.
Dick Taylor's is great.
Yeah, we love those guys. We also love Quality Body. These guys are sponsors, and Kim Kemp and Redheaded Black Belt and Dutch Brothers too. But you don't get a Dutch Brothers. You're going to get a chocolate bar.
Chocolate bar. We love chocolate.
I almost said candy again.
Yeah.
I'm glad you appreciate these guys. So
Dick Taylor has made a remarkable difference in the whole atmosphere and the ambiance of Old Town.
Yeah.
And we're proud to be their neighbors.
That's a great word. And we just went in and saw their tree the other night.
Oh, yeah.
And my wife, that's her go-to after a Costco run, and she's killing herself at Costco, and she gets in there and gets that whatever she drinks for $150.
Yeah.
I don't know what. All I know is there's a lot of credit card charges for Dick Taylor, Dustin, Adam.
Yeah.
We're going to go see them play at Ferndale Friday night.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Huckleberry Flint does a thing down at the Steeple every year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they do a great show. Everybody said, hey, got to see these guys. And we could never get a darn ticket. And we finally figured out you get them early, and we figured that out about 5 years ago.
Oh, there you go.
I'm trying not to miss those guys. Hey, question number 1 on the quiz, and you're going to earn this, by the way. Hey, Leroy, what's your best day you've ever had?
Best day I ever had on the Waterfront day?
Anyone, maybe one of the best days.
One of the best days I ever had, probably the day I put the Madaket back in the water.
How about that? What year was that?
We did what they said couldn't be done.
Wow.
1990.
90. And she's still sailing.
Still sailing.
Mm-hmm.
Pride of the West Coast.
Yeah, iconic, right?
The Coast Guard, we do such a good job on maintenance, the Coast Guard now uses it for training.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a legend.
Yeah.
Is there anything like it on the East Coast or West?
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Is there that?
Nothing that old.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing that's been in continuous service.
Okay.
I mean, she started out in 1910 as a certified boat, and she's still a certified boat today.
Wow.
Her whole life, and she's never left Humboldt Bay, kind of like me. She's never left the bay.
Stayed on the bay.
Stayed on the bay.
You're tied together in some ways.
Yeah.
Your other wife.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Hey, what's question 2? What's one of your worst days you've had?
Ooh, that's a tough one. The worst day that I've probably ever had is the day my mom died.
Okay. What year was that?
That was in 2002.
How about that?
Yeah.
You guys are pretty close?
Pretty close, yeah.
How long were the folks married?
Forever.
Yeah.
My mom was, don't say that in front of her, was a war bride.
Hmm.
My dad, Bill, was General Patton's cook.
How about that?
All through Europe.
Hmm.
And he met her in Strasbourg, France.
After the war or during?
During the war. They got married during the war. And then, of course, stayed there. And then she came over on the USS American and then to Humboldt County.
Now, Patton died during the war, did he not?
He died after the war.
It was right after?
Right after the war in a car wreck, yeah.
Car accident, right?
Yeah.
Jeep?
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
There's living history. Yeah, my pappy was a P-51 pilot.
Oh, really? Okay.
Down in Okinawa.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Lived to tell about it. And he'd come to McKinleyville, and he'd been sober 30 years, and he'd made his peace with God and Japan and everything, but he could just roll out the stories, baby. And they saw the Hiroshima cloud the morning of, and nobody knew.
Wow.
They go, what? They literally said, what the hell is that? They didn't know, because top secret.
Wow.
His Bataan Death March when they pulled those Marines out. Because a P-51 could get pretty low on the deck. And he could see those guys waving at him. And so, living history. And he'd tell the story, and then he'd start it again maybe next day or next visit. We'd just go, wow, tell it again. Tell it again like you did. So we never corrected him. Question number 3. What do you find fulfilling in your life?
Fulfilling in my life, besides having a wonderful wife, Daylene, is the amount of work that my family and I have put into Humboldt Bay with the Madaket and what we do with the shipping and trying to keep Humboldt Bay alive. It's very frustrating, but it's very rewarding. We serve on a lot of committees. We do a lot of work, do a lot of meetings just to, but that's very, very fulfilling.
Sure. I imagine they listen to you when you talk.
We either get loved or we're yelled at, one or the other.
Well, there's,
and I'm very proud of the work that we do on the peninsula. We're very heavily involved with the Samoa Fire Department. We're involved. I'm the chairman of the Peninsula Community Service District and keeping the peninsula, as we say, safe and clean.
Good.
That's very
And Dan
rewarding.
Johnson's doing a heck of a
Dan
project out
Johnson
there.
is amazing.
So you're a big fan of Dan.
Big fan of Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah, big fan of Dan. Big fan of Danco.
Mm-hmm.
Drive through Samoa. Just drive through Samoa and look at what he's done in there.
He restored a bunch of houses, right?
87 houses restored and 22 to go.
How about that? So they'll go north of 100.
And the overall plan is phenomenal.
Wow.
Just phenomenal.
Wow.
And he's a very big supporter of the Maritime Museum.
That's great.
And his dad and my dad were very good friends.
Wow. Great connection.
Very, very, very impressive.
That's a lot of homes.
Ways to go, but it's very impressive.
I love it, man. That's good.
Very impressive.
Combining.
My bucket list is working with Dan and others is to get the new Maritime Museum built, a bigger Maritime Museum.
You're going to keep it the same spot or you're going to move it?
We're going to keep it in the same spot.
So you got to retrofit the building.
Retrofit part of the building, and then we'll build a concrete building next to it. So
it's going to be a destination deal.
That's the goal. The destination is historic Samoa, to come visit.
Well, the Skywalk is now international destination.
Another beautiful thing.
Yeah. Campbell Spickler was on and he told us the story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Jim, what's up?
Yeah. Great. The whole area, it's a blessing and it's frustrating. We have problems. Of course, we always have problems. There are lots of problems.
Mm-hmm.
But the amount of people that we carry on the boat, 26,000 last summer, most people just love this area. They love everything about it. They love the Skywalk. They love the Madaket, the Carson Mansion.
You got a great point. I've never heard anybody on the boat or anywhere else go, this Humboldt thing's a real disappointment to me. Why did we have to come here? You don't ever get that.
My wife and I are very, very involved in the cruise ships, mainly because we're the ship agents. We take care of the ships when they get here.
Mm-hmm.
And we help the city of Eureka, Miles in the Harbor District. Mindy and those guys, they set all this up. Swan, they set up all this program and so forth. And I sit there most of the day to answer questions and stuff. And people come here on the cruise ships, and they're just astonished. They love Dick Taylors.
Yeah.
Every person comes back as Dick Taylor.
Buying bags.
Yeah. But you get a few of problems with a few, what's in Old Town that you see around and stuff like that. Miles does a great job cleaning, and the city of Eureka and his staff, the wharfingers. Everything's cleaned up real good. But they love it. They absolutely love it. The trip to the Redwoods, to the Skywalk through Old Town.
Sure.
It's not negative at all. A lot of them say, hey, we're coming back. We're coming back.
I love it. And they'll drive back, some of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure. Hey, last question. You're not out of this quiz yet.
Oh, okay.
This bar does not belong to you yet. Last question. Hey, Leroy, who are you and what do you want? Who's Leroy Zerlang and what does he want?
What do I want? I want to retire is what I want, for starters.
Good luck on that.
Yeah. I would like to see Humboldt Bay become something. I'm in a different type of world than most people. I'm very, very involved in the industrial part of it.
Mm-hmm.
My wife, my son, and I own the 2 harbor tugs here. We do all the ship assist work. We run the pilot boats.
Mm-hmm.
We're very pro shipping. We're very pro all of that. And then on the other hat, I'm in the tourist business because I'm Madaket.
Sure.
So I would like to see a common ground of something on Humboldt Bay that's going to work. We've looked for niches. For 50 years, I've been involved in it since I was a kid, looking for a niche of how we're going to save this, We haven't found it yet. And you think you're getting somewhere and you lose.
Yeah.
Wind energy, that's a mixed feeling there, but wind energy, probably not going to happen. We've lost Nordic's fish farm on the peninsula.
That came and left, huh?
Yeah. What are we going to do?
Is that no for now, or are both those no?
It's a very slow no. It's over for now. It might pull out. I doubt it. I doubt if it's going to pull out. We have a lot of beautiful property that a lot of things can be done. My thought the other day driving around, I do a patrol for the fire department every morning just to make sure everybody's good and there's no fires and pick up trash and stuff like that, is maybe we ought to start focusing on the two things that this bay has that's kind of working. One, it's time that we take a little bit better care of the fishermen. They've been beat up a little bit. They've been beat to hell by the state of California. Crab season's another bad one this year. I mean, we don't know what's going on. They don't even know if they should spend any money. Am I going in the right direction on this? Or
you're fine.
Me? They don't even know if they can fish. So the focus my focus would change to, let's take care of them. Let's build them their ice house. Let's build them their cold storage. Let's build them a dock. Let's give them a work area where they can work. We're losing boats. 2 weeks ago, my boatyard broke up 5 commercial fishing boats because there's no value left to them, because there's nothing they could do. Boats are leaving here constantly, getting out of California. That's one of them. The other one is what's popular here, like I just said, is tourism. I mean, the cruise ship people love it here. We have Schneider Dock. We have the Madaket. We have Dick Taylor's. We have the Blue Ox. We have the Skywalk. We have the Redwoods, and we have beautiful beaches. Let's encourage that. Let's build. I had to work in Fort Bragg the other day, and there's 7 waterfront motels. Eureka doesn't have any.
Not even one.
Not even one.
Yeah.
Let's build a motel on the waterfront that you can see the bay on one side, the ocean. Let's build a restaurant on the waterfront somewhere.
Why not?
Let's build a RV park that's on the waterfront. I mean, we don't have salmon anymore. Thank you, state of California. We don't have salmon anymore, but there's still plenty of sports fishing here. The Samoa Peninsula, this is hard to believe. We have BLM at the end. BLM gets 250,000 visitors a year.
Wow.
Incredible on that peninsula. That the Samoa Fire Department, of course, takes care of.
That's down by the Coast Guard base.
Coast Guard station, yeah. So that would be my vision. My vision would be, my whole goal is to have something for my son to do. I mean, my son is very talented. We have the tugboats. He's very talented on the tugboats. And I would like to be, and just not my son, but other children too, something here that'll keep them here. And Humboldt Bay, Bonnie Gould. Bonnie Gould, you know who Bonnie Gould is?
Sure, absolutely.
Of course. Bonnie Gould, my mom was a dear, dear friend of Bonnie Gould.
How about that?
And
she's a legend, right?
She's a legend. It was a little bit of a fight, but Bonnie, my mom always said down there, she had a French accent. She would say, "You should have a star in the dock down here for Bonnie Gould," because Bonnie Gould's famous quote is, "Humboldt Bay should be our front door, not our back door."
Whoa!
And I fought the city. And Mike Jones was on the city council, a dear friend. And I said, I want to name that the Bonnie Gould Dock. And Mike pushed it through to the Bonnie Gould Dock.
Shout out to Mike Jones.
Yeah, Mike, yeah.
We used to call him Jonesy. We used to work together.
Yeah. So those are my visions. That's my vision.
Great.
And who am I? Born and raised. Spent most of my time on the peninsula in Finntown. 5th generation. Cabinet maker, supposed to be a cabinet maker by trade. My dad did a lot of cabinet work in this area. I got involved in the Madaket as a young boy, as I told you earlier. Today, I'm the chairman of the Humboldt Bay Harbor Safety Committee. I'm the past chairman of the old Eureka Harbor Commission.
Is there a new harbor commission?
No, the city got rid of it. They fired me, shut it down.
But there is a harbor commission.
Humboldt Bay Harbor District.
That's the district. That's with Chris Mickelson and those guys.
Chris Mickelson and Aaron.
You work with Chris much?
Chris and I are very, very dear old friends. His family's been here almost as long as mine. We work very tightly with the.
He was my guest. He's a great guy.
Yeah, with the Harbor District.
Friend of mine.
I'm chairman of the Peninsula Community Service District. Madaket's our baby, my wife and Cody and my baby. Maritime Museum. Of course, it was my father. Started out as it's a community. All of its kids come down. One of the questions on the Madaket we call them our sit down and shut up cruise. So you don't lose. You'll lose their attention in seconds if you're not careful.
Yeah.
So we have all these routines. And one of the questions I ask, and we have this big safety thing before they get on board, is who owns this boat? And they all point to me and say, you do.
Right.
And I go, no,
nope,
you own it.
Huh.
But we got stuck taking care of it for you because the boat does belong to the community.
Gotcha. Is it in a trust or some sort of?
It's 5013C.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's great.
The fire department, born and raised on the bay, been licensed master for almost 50 years, taught many kids to get licenses. My son's a master also now. Pretty much a good trip for me is going to Rio Dell.
Yeah.
Oh, now a good trip for me is going to Lolita Jerseys.
Yeah, you go to Jersey. Jersey Scoop.
Yeah.
Speaking of food and sweets, congratulations.
Oh, I won?
Nick, we have a winner. Winner chicken dinner, Leroy. I'm getting you a Dick Taylor Craft Chocolate Fleur de Sel. This is a 73% Baileys and handcrafted in Eureka, which is in California.
That is correct.
Congratulations.
We love Dick Taylor's. Thank you very, very much.
Love those guys,
I appreciate that.
So, quick pivot to a story. I was reading that you picked up this project. You rescued a boat out of the bay, the Golden Rule. What's that story?
Okay,
Leroy?
So years ago, 10 years ago, just about. There was a local doctor. I won't mention his name. He was a good doctor. He saved me. He was kind of a nutcase. And I'd go to him, and he had 3 boats. The Yankee Girl that he bought from the Harbor District, it was a derelict. He bought it at an auction and had a little tug. And he had this boat called the Golden Rule. Never heard about the Golden Rule. He never talked about the Golden Rule. The other 2 we talked about a lot because they were always sinking or they were breaking loose or he was in trouble with the city or the Harbor District. Both of them sank. We raised them both. And I was so mad at him that I chopped one up with Ryan Schneider, put it in a dump truck and parked it and dumped it in his front yard. So this Golden Rule, he owned the property that we called Nickerson's down on the peninsula. I believe it's now known as Oyster Beach.
Sure.
He owned that. And one day, I'm on the Madaket, and I see the Golden Rule coming up the bay, being towed by this little junky boat. And it's anchored in front of his Nickerson's. And I call him up and I go, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. I mean, you can't anchor it there. It's not going to work. And he's a doctor, so he knew everything. And 2 days later, Cody, my son, and I took one of the tugs, and we went down and we pulled it off the beach. We weren't busy at the boatyard, so we took it up to the boatyard, and we hauled it out of the water. And honestly, what I did is I got it ready for the next time it would sink. We pulled the engine out of it. We pulled the fuel tanks out of it, took everything out of it, got all the oil and so forth. And it sat there. And I'd call him and say, hey, I got to put this Golden Rule back in the water. I mean, I got to go back to work. I need the yard. And he'd say, okay. Well, we needed it. So we couldn't take it to Woodley Island because it got kicked out of Woodley Island. So we took it down. We tied it up to a dock across the bay at the end of a pier. And we watched it. And I'd call him and I'd go, you got to do something with this boat. And he never did. Well, one miserable northwest March morning, I look out and the Golden Rule's gone.
It's gone.
So I call Cody and I go, grab one of the boats, go look for it, and I'll drive around. No. So we went down to the dock and here's the Golden Rule on the bottom.
There she was.
She's on the bottom. And the dock sat on top of it.
Wow.
I wasn't going to leave it there. Because I'm not that type of person. We raise boats all the time. It's one of the things we do. So we porpoised it. We went over with one of the tugs. We hooked onto it. You pull on them. She comes up. Then she sinks again. And we pulled her up on the beach at our place, the boat here in Fintown. Pulled it up on the beach. And here's this beat up, poor old golden rule sitting on the beach. And badgerly, the doctor's not around. So I'm sitting there looking at it. And I do weather every morning for the tugs offshore. And between them calling me, I look up and I put in this golden rule. Well, this golden rule is famous. He always said it was famous. That it was it was a peace boat.
It was a protest boat.
We call it a peace boat, not a protest boat.
Okay, there's a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah. A peace boat's welcome into ports. A protest boat is. It was going to the Marshall Islands. It got seized.
How about that?
It made it back to San Diego.
So it was anti-whaling or anti-drilling boat?
Anti-nuclear.
Okay.
Anti-nuclear. I can't think of the guy's name right off the top of my head. So it's sitting there, and I go, well, geez, this thing is famous. I'm going to sell it. And it's beat bad.
Yeah.
So I put it on Craigslist and Facebook that I've got this famous boat, the Golden Rule, and it's in Eureka. And
come get it.
I start getting phone calls.
Is that right?
The Smithsonian calls me going, what are you going to do with it? My famous quote is, I'm going to get drunk tonight and burn it. You know? Hiroshima Museum calls me. I mean, I had all these phone calls, and I said the same thing. I'm going to get drunk tonight and burn it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do with it. So one day, a very, very dear friend of mine, Chuck DeWitt, lives in Fairhaven. We used to keep our horses there. He's a Veterans for Peace. Big member. And him and I, we were known to get into the Maker's Mark when I'd go down and visit the horses and stuff at night once in a while.
Sure.
He was a pyro. He'd help with the fireworks and so forth that I was involved with. I still am involved. 45 years.
It's the 4th of July fireworks.
I've been putting that barge out there for 45 years.
That's you.
Yeah.
Hear that, kids?
45 years.
Yeah.
Just the barge. But anyway, so Chuck comes walking into the yard, smoking his cigarette, and goes, where the hell's the Golden Rule? And I go, it's right there on the beach. Come out tonight, we'll get drunk and burn it. So he goes, well, the Veterans for Peace want to, I'll go fast. The Veterans for Peace want to save it. And I go, Chuck, the Veterans for Peace? You mean those nuts that stand in the rain on the corner of the courthouse on Friday nights? Those guys want to save this boat?
They got any money?
Yeah. And he goes, well, they want to save it. And I go, well, here it is. I mean, you're looking at $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 to save it. And he goes, well, the president of Chapter 22 from Garberville's coming up tomorrow. Are you going to be here? And I go, bring him up.
Nice.
Bring him up. So he comes up, him and his wife, Sherry, come up, and they're walking around it. And they go, well, we want to save it. And I go, you're looking at a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he goes, we can raise the money. Well, I looked him up on the internet, and he did. I mean,
He found the money.
They raised money. They raised a lot of money, motel hospitals in Vietnam. And
is that right?
And I go, well, if you guys want to play, I'll play with you.
Sure.
I'll give you the yard for a year. For a year, and you raise the money, and I'll help you, and I'll put my crew on it a little bit and save this poor old Golden Rule. So Schmidbauer donated a bunch of stuff. Bob Fegus came over. We built a building.
Hey, Bob.
We built a building around it, and they did. Took them 5 years.
And they restored it.
They restored it. It's down at the boat basin right now.
Is that right?
They restored it. About 900 people came to the launching.
Is that right?
Still there are a bunch of nutcases. God bless them, but they're a bunch of nutcases.
Yeah.
They all got in a fight.
At the launch?
No, during the restoration. There was Chapter 22 and Chapter 61, and they had all these different plans. And they stopped. I put a big sign up on the side of the building that said, Veterans for Peace at War. They got all back together, and they launched it.
Nice.
Chuck passed away last year. There was a committee. I finally got off the committee. I don't really believe in the Veterans for Peace, what they do, but I love the boat, and I loved what it did.
Well, we all love vets, too.
Yeah. It was, they took her to Hawaii against my wish.
and made it?
We did the weather for him to get to Hawaii, so she actually completed her goal of going to the Marshall Islands to
From
protest.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. And then they brought her back here. Then she sailed the West Coast. They took her to the East Coast.
I'll go look for that. I want to get on
It's
the
at
bay
the
and see
Eureka Boat
that.
Basin right now.
So part of the conclusion of the story, by the way, if you're just joining us, new best friend Leroy Zerlang, the legendary man, the myth, the legend of Humboldt Bay. There's a lot of cool stuff around the bay. I just want to touch on them real quick. Then I want to touch on your legacy and what we're going to say at your funeral, that kind of stuff. but we'll get there. Just real quick, the old Humboldt State schooner that sits sideways.
The Fuma.
The Fuma? That's kind of, it's not going, that ain't going anywhere.
Poor Fuma. Fuma was built by Dr. James Gast.
Yeah, I remember he was a professor.
He was a professor.
I had him for a class.
Little
guy.
Yep, yeah. Looked like Elmer Fudd and talked like Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, Wee. How are you?
And pretty brilliant dude, right?
Smarter than hell.
Yeah.
Smarter than hell. It was built right below the cookhouse.
Okay.
It's 16 feet wide and 70 feet long. We hauled it out of the water.
Is that right?
And his goal was to make it the Humboldt State research vessel.
Right. And now we have the other boat.
Yeah. Now we have the new one, the North Wind.
Yeah, that's a cool boat.
The old one, the Coral Sea. It never made it. And he died.
But it still sits there.
Still sits there.
Isn't there a famous boat down in King Salmon? King Salmon somewhere that's legendary, that's still, maybe it's in Field's Landing somewhere.
Excuse me. Yeah, please.
Let me get you some water.
You're probably talking about the Dennis Gale.
Yeah, maybe. Is it still there?
Whaler. It's sunk. Yeah, it's sunk.
It's sunk. Okay.
It's still there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another very famous boat.
We're doing live water here on
live water.
Here.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's good. Let's drink up. Cheers. So there's a lot of stuff to see around the bay. And then they had the resort out there on Woodley Island. Was it
the yacht club? Yes.
The yacht club was very short lived. Was it?
Yep. It made it for probably 20 years. The yacht club was very, very famous. They had the Humboldt Bay Yacht Club and the Sir Francis Yacht Club that used to have races.
Oh, is that right?
Where the yachts, small sailboats, would be shipped down by steam schooner, and they'd race around Alcatraz.
Oh, how about that?
And then the next year, all their boats would be shipped up here by steam schooner, and they'd race around Gunther Island, Indian Island, Tuluwat Island. The trophies are still at the Maritime Museum.
We'll go look for those. That resort had to be really nice in the summer. I bet it was 54 degrees and foggy.
Yeah. It was. It had an outdoor saltwater heated swimming pool. It's still there.
Nice.
The boiler's still there.
It's part of the tour, right?
Part of the tour, you bet.
Yep. So I always have an AI section in this. So let's see what AI. Let's see what AI has to say about Leroy before we close out here. Leroy Zerlang stands out not only as a creative force, but also as a committed community advocate who understands the power of art and history to connect people and place. That's a nice comment. His work with the Madaket ship exemplifies his vision, making him a vital contributor to Eureka's cultural identity. I like that. That'll work.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks. It's like almost like a military deal. Thanks for your service. I mean, all this stuff that you do for the bay and for the folks at Humboldt, man, to keep this thing.
It's fun.
Alive.
We enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. The Maritime Museum is in the spot now with the Madaket. When we started this, it started in 1972. You have to remember that tourism really wasn't even wanted up here.
Right.
Your Chamber of Commerce and really wasn't promoting tourism because they didn't want to see what we were really doing. That's the way I put it.
Yeah.
When we got the Madaket with the rebuild, we begged, borrowed, and stole to get it done and help from great people. Kay Johnson or the Johnsons or Schmidbauers. We pulled it off. So we're very, very proud of that. Old Town, it's so close to being so ripe and perfect with just a little bit more loving.
There's still a little bit more to do
A
there.
little bit more loving. I'm very happy working with the Harbor District. I'm very happy now working with the city of Eureka.
Mm-hmm.
The city of Eureka and I fought for years and years.
Mm-hmm.
We fought to keep the Madaket in Eureka,
Mm-hmm.
and now the plaza's named after her.
Yeah. Sounds like you're a fan of Miles.
Yeah, me and Miles, yeah.
Hey, Miles, what's up?
Yeah, we like going after each other.
What a great guy. So what are we going to say at your funeral, your legacy, your tombstone? What would you like folks to, what do you imagine or would like them to say?
Holy Toledo, am I that close? Boy, I have no idea.
Okay.
I have one wish. Somebody please take care of the Madaket.
Okay. That's a great way. That's a good tombstone.
Yeah.
So buried at sea, would you be sprinkled?
No, I'd have to go in the bay.
Okay.
Carl Christensen that I talked about earlier pretty much said that we're mud flat sailors, and that's
Gotcha.
what I am. I have gone offshore. I'm licensed to go offshore. I've towed offshore. But we're pretty much mud flat sailors.
I like that.
Yeah.
We go up to Trinidad and see all those guys lost at sea. And
yeah,
I mean, there's a whole nother harbor with a story, and we don't have time for that.
Yeah.
But I like that. A mud what sailor?
Mud flat sailor.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming.
My pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, no, it's great, man. And I'd love to have you back. Hey, Scott Hammond's 100% Humboldt podcast signing off. I'd invite you to like us, love us, make comments that are good. You can make comments that are not good. I don't care. You're fine. We're on all the podcast platforms. We're on cable. We're on Kim Kemp's Red-Headed Black Belt. We're on Loco. I don't know what we're not on, Leroy. We're got to find something. But thanks again for being here.
My pleasure.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.